afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Well, I'm thankful for the invitation, and I'm delighted to be up here with all these smart women. I'm going to kind of build off what Donna just said, to really talk about internal branding and talk about employees as the embodiment of the brand. Why? Because that's the cheapest way to really address the first stage of branding. And by cheap, I don't mean that it's not of value, but it's already embedded in your organization. We do a lot of work with nonprofit organizations from small to large scales. And one of the things that I talk about to help people understand what a brand is all about is to think about a brand as a promise. Building off what Donna said, it's not just the logo, it's a promise. It's a promise that we make as an organization about what we stand for, who we serve, why we're here, and why we matter. And that promise gets delivered by every single employee of that organization. We keep the promise alive. And how do we do that? We do that by being consistent in our messaging, by being clear about who we are, what we do, and how we do it, by being able to really focus on what is most important for our internal audiences first, and then being able to communicate that out into the world. So the work really begins inside the organization, and I think that that's something we shouldn't lose sight of. If you're an organization that thinks you don't have a brand, think again, because you will be branded whether you want to or not. And that branding happens with every interaction that an individual has with your organization. The way the phone is answered, the way you fill out your responses for your funders and your proposals, the way you use your logo, what your website says, the t-shirts that you wear at an event, the business cards, it's everything. So think about it that way, that no matter what, you are being branded, and people have an impression of who you are based on their experience interacting with your brand.